Hey everybody, it's me, Jonathan Millard, the voice of the Vale, and welcome to another Big Hype podcast with my darling daughter here this evening, actually. Harriet's joined us for our guest in the studio as well today. But it's brought to you in association with our great sponsors, Hype Energy Drinks. Please drink responsibly. Bravos, boxing gloves and equipment. Protect yourself at all times. And Combat Ticks, a new platform for boxers and fighters to distribute and get paid for their boxing tickets and get their fair share of it as well. But joining me in the studio via his home to your ears from, I want to say Swansea.
Oh, man.
But it's a bit wrong. I know. That's why the only place I ever see you.
No, Port Talbot, mate. Port Talbot. only 5 minutes down the road, but a big difference.
To Welsh people, that's a massive difference.
Yeah.
Anyone else is it's just 5 minutes.
Yeah, I say but, they say mush.
That is true, actually. Yeah, Swansea people do say that. Anyway, from Port Talbot, and I'll get it right on the night, the Live Wire. I like that. I like that. Morgan McIntosh. Morgan, thank you very much. Welcome to the Big Hype podcast. Finally get you on here. It's like we've been trying for about 7 months, 8 months to get you. Kind of.
Is it?
Well, we started back. I think I started back in the failed show of December 24. I think it was the night the night of the ambulance nightmare. That.
Oh yeah. Don't remember that night, do we?
Let's just end that one. Let's just forget that one. It was what it was, and such a shame because that night was some great fights, and unfortunately those things didn't happen. But anyway, Harriet, what's the first question we're going to ask Morgan?
Why did you get into boxing?
Okay, cool. That's a great question. So I'd say I probably followed my brother to the gym. We was trying loads of different sports, football, rugby. Obviously, being in a Welsh school, they heavily on rugby. But then, Connor had his first fight. I seen all the attention he had after his first fight, and I think I wanted a piece of it, so ended up following him to the gym and give up football then and started focusing on boxing. Yeah.
How old were you? How old were you then? How old were you when you first started going to the gym?
I think I would have been about 11, 12, and then I had my first fight around 12, 13, I think. So that was in Taibach ABC. So gym was run by Carl Edwards. It's still a good mate of ours. But it was my first fight, but it was the last show that Taibach actually had. They folded after that. I think it was, I can't remember what happened, something, the gym had to shut. So we ended up going to Carmarthen All Nuts and then Baglan and then continuing our amateur careers.
Yeah, I mean, Carmarthen's a long way down just to box. So obviously the dedication was there. I mean, knowing like Wales were all living each other's back pockets anyway. But Ebervale's up the road, town. Everyone knows so and so's from so and someone from somewhere. And that's how it is. Like you said, there's a little bit of rivalry, like you said, between the beginners. But I mean, obviously your amateur career. Then how was that for you? What was the sort of highlights? I mean, it's hard to find anything on your amateur career because there's not an awful lot of stuff out there.
Yeah, it was good. I had a fair amount of fights, so a lot of experience. Won some schoolboy and youth titles. NABCs, I finaled in the NABCs, and then as a senior, I reached the final of the elites on 3 occasions, but didn't manage to get over the hump. So ended up turning over then after the last attempt. Yeah.
But you were mixing it up with you were mixing it up at that level, in the amateurs.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you were it's nothing to be, although yes, you didn't get the gold, you basically walked away with the silver. But to be in those levels, particularly in the seniors as well, it does become very competitive.
Especially my first year. I think I would have been 18, 19, and there was a lot of good fighters in the welterweight division back then. So I had your likes of Kieran Geffen and them type of fighters who went on to do good things as pros as well. So it was mixing with top boys. To be fair, that's how it is in the amateurs, isn't it? You don't pick or choose. You all jump in and you fight whoever turns up, like whoever you draw. And obviously boxing back to back Saturday, Sundays, weekends, which is obviously tough making the weight both times as well. It kind of I'd say it prepares you for what's to come, man.
Good. You got a question? I think you had a question. Go on then.
How old are you?
How old am I? Well, I'm 28, so yeah. I like to say I'm coming into my prime.
I think
My younger mates will call me granddad.
savage. Savage.
I know. But I still get ID'd quite a lot, so I must be doing something right.
I mean, at 28 and you still getting IDs, mate. That's pretty impressive, mate. I don't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take that one away.
Yeah. Well, I went to get my niece some Calpol in Tesco's, and I got ID'd. So
Calpol is seriously
Calpol,
that nowadays to have an import Cal, but they've got an ID.
I know. Either she thought I actually needed the ID, or she just fancied me and wanted to know my name.
Let's go with the latter.
Something like that.
We turned over pro last year, wasn't it? Or was it the year before?
February last year was my debut. Yeah.
How do you find changing over? Because you had a couple of fights now. How have you found the pro style comparing to the amateur style?
Obviously it's tough. Like, you got them little gloves. That's the first thing you notice is on fight night, putting them little gloves on. You're like, this is real. Not like the amateur. You got a lot more padding on the front of the gloves. Obviously, I've only done the 4-round distance so far, so it's not been that much of a difference in pace yet. But I'm trying to adapt to a slower pace in order to go the longer duration when I do step up the rounds now as the fights go by. But I feel like I'm getting used to that. I'm not just going, hammer and tong for the first, 2-3 rounds and blowing up. I felt like I've maintained my work rate over the last few fights and gotten used to that pace, So, like, after my last few, I felt like I could have done another 4, so. It's all coming together now.
I mean, it didn't start off the story didn't quite start off the way we wanted it to, with a loss against Granham. An experienced fighter in his in his own rights.
Of course.
100 odd bouts, probably close to 200 bouts now, I'd imagine. He's a warrior in that respect. And I'm guessing that night you learned something.
Oh, massively. I mean, obviously it was crushing the first, obviously your debut. They always say you'll never forget your debut, and I definitely won't forget my debut. And to be fair, I actually bumped into Granham at the LC2 when he was meant to box one of the Croft brothers. And we had a good chat, and, if anything, I thanked him because he gave me a tough fight. Obviously, some of these journeymen, they turn up, they tuck up, they just want to get paid. But something about Granham all night, he come out all guns blazing. Yeah, he told me his missus was there watching him. so
you had to make an impression.
Me and him ended up having a 4-round dust up, and I took his best shots. I proven my chin in my debut, and to have a good back and forth battle with such an experienced cat like Granham, and when he was turning up and coming to win, it just gave me confidence now moving forward. And obviously I realised as well I was matched way too heavy, to be honest. I think I'm more suited at a welter, super welterweight. I was never a middleweight to start with, sure.
There's a few movements around there, a little bit. It's only, but it makes a difference. Like, you're sitting more natural now at welter, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so I think same day weigh-ins, like super welter, so 150s, 152s, because the aim is to get down to welter for titles eventually. So obviously with the day before weigh-in, it's gonna be able to take off a bit more weight. Like, I boxed as an amateur at 69, and then my debut was at 72 or 71, 160. So If anything, you want to be trying to drop the weight, like, as you know, everyone does. They cut the weight, and obviously you want to be the bigger guy in the ring, so it always helps to.
Everyone's got to have a Nando's before they start. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
rule.
Yeah, man.
Who doesn't love a Nando's? I mean, seriously.
It's like the ritual, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I'm very much a lemon herb, and that's it. I can't do heat. Anyway,
Lemon herb.
we're lemon herb people. First couple of fights, then obviously we got into winning ways. The last fight as well against Jensen Irvin. Again, good outings. Shows your skill set. I mean, I was there for those two fights, so I mean, I can vouch for you on those ones. And we've got another scheduled one out on the 16th of August. Now in Neath, not in Swansea, but in Neath, but easier probably for people to get to.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
The Neath Leisure Centre there. How do you feel about the upcoming fight?
Yeah, mate, I'm just excited. I'm excited. Training's been going great. I've done like maybe 60, 70 rounds already this camp, so just looking to close camp with no hiccups, get some good last few spars in, and then turn up on the night and put a performance on. I feel like my performance has been getting better each fight. My confidence is there now. Just looking to put a performance on now on the 16th. I can't hear you. Are you muted?
No, it's just she's asked me a question, so I think she's got a question for you. So Harriet, what's your question?
What was your favourite fight so far?
Out of my fights, I'd probably say maybe McGuinness in February, because he was a late step in. But I just thought I just liked this character. He was quite nuts, and he was smiling at me every time I was hitting him, and he made it quite an entertaining fight, I think. Yeah, and we had a good little ding dong.
He was a good character. He's a great character. I think you went in for a beer after, didn't you?
No,
or was it not you?
Well,
someone said they went for beers afterwards. I forget who it was. They went for beers with their opponent afterwards. I was like, fair enough. After win streak, off you go.
Yeah, I think he actually drove back to Scotland that night, because I was due to box Meanwell, and then he got stopped on the Saturday previous. So I think he came in a few days notice, and I believe he drove back to Scotland, or maybe his coach drove back after the fight. Because it was a bit of a ding dong.
Well, I think obviously going forward, you're going to want to look at doing something. I mean, you've been in the mix for titles before in the amateurs, as you mentioned earlier. What's the sort of next steps then for you, Morgan?
Well, just obviously step up the round duration. I think this might be my last 4 rounder coming up, and then get the 6 rounds under my belt. Obviously, you can then you qualify to box for titles then, don't you, if you've done 6 rounds. So do the 6 rounds, and then look to push on then and see what's available for, the Welsh title, whether it's welterweight or super welter, either or. I'll be ready in the new year to push on for that. I'm in my prime years now. I feel I'm improving each fight, and it's not too far away now. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm ready. I'll be ready to push on next year for titles.
I probably should know this, but who is Welsh? Who is welterweight at the moment? Is it vacant?
It's vacant. Yeah, it's vacant at the minute. Obviously, I think the last holder was Lloyd Jermaine, but I think he must have vacated it, because obviously he's been boxing on the DAZN shows and all that kind of stuff. So he probably would have held the title up there. Yeah, welter, and then I believe Tony Dixon is champion at super welter, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
And I think they were rumouring me and Parth hit the box for it at welter, but obviously he's just recently made the fight with Rashid for super light. So
okay.
Sure.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
like I say, there's a bit of movement around these sort of middleweights, and middleweight, welterweight,
yeah,
like
yeah,
super
there
light,
is,
you
yeah.
can kind of do a certain bit around.
Big Hype Podcast, sponsored by Hype Energy Drinks.
Yeah, I think like obviously people are still finding their feet the more weight they're actually meant to be in. Like it's, as you know, with the day before weigh-in, you gotta you know you can take off a bit more, so everyone's still trying to feel out where they're actually meant to be. It's like I believe I could do welterweight pretty comfortable with the day before, because same day weigh-in, I think the lowest I made was 68.5 or 150, something like that. So
we couldn't quite get the Draconi fight on there. We couldn't quite get that one.
What's that now?
I know he's I forget. Has he actually given the title up? Because I'm not sure.
What's that now? Dragoni?
Yeah, Angela.
A super lightweight, is it, or welter?
He was super lightweight Welsh champion, wasn't he? I thought he gave the title up at one point.
Yeah, he must have given it up because I think he's gone on the road now, isn't he? But I know that Rashid and Lewis are boxing for it now in September 13th.
There you go.
Sure.
It's hard to keep track of all these titles. I mean, there's so many different colour belts and shiny belts and silvers and golds and supers.
Yeah, I just want to get my hands on one
trims. So obviously Welsh area, we want to be champion in Wales. Who, as any Welshman would want to be that in the belt. After that, where would you see it going? Where would you like to see it go?
Well, obviously my brother's pushing on for British honours and that now. Obviously him and Nathan got the rematch on September 13th. Final, eliminated for the British title. That's obviously massive, and that's what you dream of doing. So I'm just taking it one step at a time. Obviously keep performing, keep winning, focus on the 16th now and not get ahead of myself. Push on for that Welsh title next year and then see where we end up, really. I believe I've got the talent to push on to British level, but all in good time. Like, so get our Welsh strap first and then see what we can do.
So I think it's got another question for you.
Okay, cool. She got the best question.
They're doing well. I think I might be able to job the way this is going. Go on then.
What colour belt would you want?
Colour belt, what I want? I would say, I believe I'd be like a WBC man myself, so a green and gold one.
Green and gold, that's fair enough.
I think it'd look good.
I think I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that come back to Wales. The green and gold belt is the WBC champions belt. Obviously, WBC being involved with some interesting stuff going on at the moment anyway in the world, with the Grand Prix, boxing Grand Prix, and a couple of lads that went out to Paul Ryan and Sean Arkwright, who was out for the start of the Grand Prix. Shame we didn't see any Welsh lads out there, but maybe next time,
hopefully.
Hopefully it becomes a thing. Do you feel like that those sort of Grand Prix is something that perhaps limited a little bit because what we can do, but would you see yourself going forward in something like that?
Yeah, well, I'd love to. Obviously, at the minute, I'm obviously still in my building stages, and obviously learning my trade as a professional boxer. But I want to be in fights where it's it's 50-50 fights. Real fights where you got that bit of fear in you. They're a prospect, they're coming to win, and that's, I believe, when you'll see the best of me, because obviously a lot of journeymen, they can play safe and they just want to get through the rounds. But to be fair, most of my fights and the journeymen I have faced, they've actually come and I've had some good entertaining fights, so I think it's put me in good stead for when I do step up and have these 50-50 bouts.
Good man. You said you got another trade. You're obviously learning another trade. Yeah, you've already got a trade though, which means because you're not boxing full time, are you? This is
Oh no.
This is part, if you like, part time, I suppose. But many listeners probably don't realize that it's actually, it's hard to be a professional boxer. Because you're working as well. I mean, trying to catch you now tonight was over the last couple of weeks have been hard. Trying to pin you down.
Yeah.
And 9 o'clock, you're in bed ready for 5 a.m. start the next day. So, what is it you do in your day job?
Yeah, so obviously I'm a Sparky electrician. So I went set up my own business like both just after lockdown. Obviously. Yeah, it's tough, but to be honest, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like I do enjoy it. I love my job. I love working. It keeps me busy as well. So I'm not like just all constantly boxing because I'd probably burn myself out in that way. And even if I was able to afford to go full time, I think I'd still work anyway. Like just to give me my my other outlook. Do you know what I mean? Instead of just being over, too deep in with boxing, because you can always overdo it. I feel like if I did have more free time, I probably would overtrain. I'd get enough work in now. Do you know what I mean? I'd train up in the morning, train, work, come back, train, and then rest, and then that's just pretty much it on repeat. So. But I love my job. So yeah. Anyone needs sparking doing, let me know.
Well, actually, my house needs rewiring, so if you want to come up to the Vale and do that, I've still got black and red cables in there somewhere.
What? Oh,
I know. I bought this house 2 years ago. It was an ex-council house, and been slowly getting things sorted out and getting in at some sort of, the flooring and. It's all, it's the house that Jack built to practice building a proper house that he built after. A lot of floors are lopsided and, everything. So put marble in the one corner, it rolls to the other corner. It's that kind of house.
Yeah, I got it.
But it's home and it does what I need to because I'm always on the road like you,
I got it.
So it's a base for us to do this and have the kids as well.
Yeah, I'll drop you a message for a quote.
Thanks, mate. As long as it's not too much, and I get mates rates. I have no idea what mates rates are. I have no idea. I wouldn't even ask for them.
I'll sort you out, mate.
No, mate. No, you charge me what you need to charge because you've got a business to run, and it, like you said, it challenges itself. So once this, so obviously we'd like to get. I guess we'd like to get to the green and gold. We'd like to see it go all the way. I'd like to see that as well. See another Welsh world champion to add to the list, and Wales's biggest boxing fan can get you to sign his gloves as well. He's a cracking lad. I love him. He's but again, so obviously after the dust has settled on the career though, and you hang the gloves up for that final time, would you sort of do this sort of like Angelo has done a little bit of sort of journeyman work, or would you just sort of say, oh, I've had a nice run, I'm quite happy with what I've done and where I've accomplished, what I've got to, I'm just going to focus on the business now, or what would you see yourself? You probably haven't thought of that far in the head, and like now.
Well, I probably I have. Like obviously, all things come to an end, don't it? And you don't want to stay in the game too long, and obviously, as you know, head trauma and this all that kind of stuff, CTE and stuff, it's a real thing. And only since I've matured and grown up, I actually start to look at the sport in that kind of light. Obviously, as a kid, you don't think about it. You're in the you think you're invincible. You train hard, you spar hard every time. Now I only spar when I have a fight. Lined up. Trying to take minimal damage, do tech sparring. Obviously, when the fight night approaches, we pick a sparring up. But yeah, man, I think I'd be too proud to probably be a journeyman. Or if I was, I'd definitely come to win every time. But I think for me, I think I'd probably just maybe take the coaching role and, like you say, just focus on my business and make as much money as I can, because I know like boxing at this period doesn't obviously pay. So I think focusing on my business and maybe just giving back to the kids in the gym, and bring the next crop of fighters in Wales through. Like,
True. We never know. We might have another. There might be a world champion just starting out in his junior route, and a couple of years down the line, you'll be there coaching in his corner, and that would be awesome to see. That would be good. By the way, we have a little closing tradition on the podcast.
Okay.
I'll cough and die. Either or questions.
Yeah.
So seconds out, round out. Morgan McIntosh, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Here we
Let's
go.
go.
Ring the bell. Southpaw or orthodox?
Orthodox.
Body shots or head shots?
Body shots.
Train alone or with a partner?
Alone.
Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Heavy bag or speed bag?
Heavy bag.
Everyone's a heavy bag, but no.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
What's the next one? Underdog or favourite?
Underdog or favourite? Underdog.
Mm-hmm. Boxing gym or out and about amongst the trees?
Boxing gym.
Short and powerful punches or long and technical?
Long technical. Keeps you safe.
Dirty or clean?
Clean.
Everybody's
Depends if
clean.
I'm winning or not.
Take a little low blow there, or see the referee out the one side swing with the left eye. I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Tobias Webb famously once told me, "If you're hurt, remember you're always allowed one low blow."
I don't get it.
Oh, you don't get it. It's okay. It's a boxing term.
Whose fight name is the gentleman, by the way?
Yeah. Never mind. Lost on the youth. Anyway, loud crowd or quiet atmosphere?
Loud crowd.
Okay. Quick knockout or strategic win?
Quick knockout.
Okay.
AJ or Fury?
Fury.
Everyone says Fury nowadays. I know. Everyone says Fury nowadays. I think it's since that Daniel Dubois, it was the Dubois fight, wasn't it? Before he went on to
I don't know.
challenge AJ, challenged Usyk. It's kind of all swung that way, and everyone seems to say the same.
To be fair, I was big on AJ when obviously he was coming through, but I think since Fury's come back, on the trilogy with Wilder and just his character, really, I think, so it's going to be Fury for me.
I think you're the same. I think you've got one more question in you, have you?
Mhm.
Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any kids?
Do I have any kids? No, I don't know.
Not that he knows of.
Anyway. Yeah. Who knows? I might get a phone call in the next few months.
I don't know if you get to, mate, but at least we do better. It's okay. No, he hasn't got any kids though.
Okay, good.
But he's good uncle. He's good Uncle Morgan, who goes and gets the couple. Fair play. Fair play.
Okay.
Fair play. I bet you're the cool uncle, though, aren't you?
Oh yeah, fully. Yeah. She loves me the bits, man.
Fill them up with sugar, send them back to her, and
Exactly.
What have you done with Uncle Macintosh? I don't know what Uncle Morgan does. I don't know. Give me sugar. Went to McDonald's. Lovely.
Yeah.
Cracking. Well, will they be with you on the 16th?
Yeah. They're always there. So yeah, my niece and Connor, they'll be there and
Cheering,
screaming for me. So yeah, it gives me that extra edge because I can't lose with my niece.
Brilliant. Get some signs, big like in WWE signs, live wire. Live wire. Morgan McIntosh.
Yeah, that'd be mint. Yeah,
I've just renamed you. I just like. Do you know what? It when you come out to the the electric sex music and it's all electric. The atmosphere in England is electric. Everything seems to be electric around you, mate. So it's it's just.
No, it was pretty cool, wasn't it? It was pretty cool. To be fair, it was my it's like my company song, like that song. If I got like a tough day or I got a big like hard day coming up, me and my apprentice, I said, bro, chuck it on Electric Six now. Come on, get me pumped. We just go as fast as job out.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
How do people follow you, Morgan? How do they get involved in your story?
Just hit me on Instagram, Morgan Mac96, and you can follow my journey on there. And man, I'm just gonna keep doing my best and see what we can do. I believe I got the talent to go far in this game, and I just want to enjoy it while I'm doing it, and just have some more good nights like we've already had. So
it's always
stay tuned.
It's a good night with you in the ring. Definitely. Definitely.
Sweet.
Fantastic. Morgan, thank you so much for coming on the Big Hype podcast. We wish you every success, and we look forward to seeing how you get on in the future.
Happy days. Sweet. Nice one, John.
Thanks so
and
much.
Your daughter, thank you very much.
No worries.
God bless. Ta-ra, thank you.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to the Big Hype podcast. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. And really, I just want to ask you personally, if you could just send this on to a friend. Send it in their text, to their socials, to WhatsApp, whatever. However you get it to them, just get it to them. I'm sure they'll appreciate it, and I certainly will appreciate it. So thanks again for listening to the Big Hype podcast, and thank you again for sending and sharing.
This has been a Big Hype production, edited and produced by Jonathan Millard, assisted by Riverside FM and distributed by Buzzsprout, available on all good podcast platforms. For more information, visit www.bighypepodcast.co.uk.